Yesterday, the Senate Judiciary Committee called in Attorney General Pam Bondi, where both sides of the aisle questioned her about everything from you-know-who ordering her to target his political enemies to asking where the hell the Epstein files are. And I don't think they got too many answers out of her. Take a look.
Why did you publicly claim to have the Epstein client list waiting for your review and then produce nothing relevant to that claim?
I said I had not reviewed it yet, that it was sitting on my desk. Our memo on Epstein clearly points out that there was no client list.
So who gave the order to flag records related to President Trump?
I'm not going to discuss anything about that with you.
Did you discuss James Comey with the President of the United States? He was sitting just to your left.
Well, 2 seats down, yes, 2 seats down. And I am not going to discuss any conversations I've had or not have with the President of the United States.
Did you approve closing the Homeland investigation, bribery investigation?
They found no credible evidence of any wrongdoing. You were also on video outside the White House protesting with a group called CASA, where Antifa members were. Does that mean you're a member of Antifa?
There's a tape, right, with Mr. Homan? I mean, first of all, is there a tape that has audio and video of the transfer of the $50,000?
You would have to talk to Director Patel about that.
No, I'm talking to you.
I don't know the answer, Senator.
Yet you do know the answer to that.
Don't call me a liar.
I didn't call you a liar.
This is supposed to be an oversight hearing.
Oversight?
Excuse me, you can attack me after my time is over.
You've attacked all of us, including President Trump, for your entire career.
You can attack me later, and I...
Oh, boy. First of all, how much did we pay for that?
Yeah,
A lot. How much did this cost?
yeah.
And what's the point of doing this? This is what they did a couple years ago when they tried to get answers before. Why? What is happening?
Well, she didn't even prepare remarks or prepare 2 remarks. She had a file against every person sitting on the committee. So it was like you could have spent that time doing something to offer some information to them. But
what she would do, what she'd do is they'd ask her a question, let's say Dick Durbin or somebody would ask her, oh, Dick Durbin, Dick Durbin.
That's what I mean. She wouldn't give
what
anything.
About you? What did you do?
Well, the thing that really bothered me, because they covered a lot in these hearings, was the Epstein stuff. So there is a point where Senator John Kennedy, who's a Republican from Louisiana, grilled Bondi about comments Secretary of Commerce Howard Lutnick made to the New York Post Pod Force One podcast, where he called Epstein, and I quote, "This guy was the greatest blackmailer ever." And I think we have the clip.
He described Mr. Epstein as, quote, the greatest blackmailer ever. Secretary Lutnick was Mr. Epstein's next-door neighbor. In fact, their townhomes shared a wall. Have you interviewed Secretary Lutnick?
No, Senator.
Do you plan to?
If he wants to talk to the FBI or the FBI wants to talk to him, that is more than on.
Don't you think you ought to talk to him after this interview?
Senator, if Howard Lutnick wants to speak to the FBI and if Director Patel wants to speak to Howard Lutnick, absolutely.
See, this was all they ran on transparency. It says that we believe the American people have a right to know. It's a new day. It's a new administration. Everything was about unveiling something. If they didn't find anything, which she keeps saying, show us what you did find, because there's still problematic stuff in this file that there is a reason they're refusing to show. And that's the problem for me.
And doesn't Patel report to her?
Well, I was going to say that, I think what is so important for people to recognize about that hearing and about Pam Bondi's demeanor is that the Attorney General of the United States is actually the people's Attorney General, the people's lawyer. She works for us. When I was a prosecutor at the U.S. Attorney's Office, you get up in front of a jury and you say, hi, my name is, and I represent the people of the United States of America. That is really what you do in the federal government. And so under the Department of Justice, there are 8 legal divisions, and under her leadership, there are 40 separate component organizations, and one of those organizations is the FBI. So Patel, every time she says, well, if Patel wants to do it, she is in charge of the entire 40 components of the Department of Justice. And the other thing that I'll say that is really disturbing to me is that after Watergate, the Watergate scandal, everyone made it, every single president made it very clear that their attorney general had to be independent, had to be an independent, nonpartisan member
Right.
of the administration. And while it is part of the executive branch, the Justice Department should never be speaking about specific cases to the Attorney General. And I'll end with this. Griffin Bell, he was the AG during President Carter's term, and Janet Reno, who I worked for, was much in line with Griffin Bell. He said the Justice Department must be recognized by all citizens as a neutral zone in which neither favor nor pressure nor politics is permitted to influence the administration of the law. And let's be clear, Pam Bondi she had an audience of one.
She had an audience of one. She was performing for President Trump.
I think I'm right about this. I believe that John Mitchell was the Attorney General with Watergate, went to jail.
Yes, he did.
So part of what I thought she might be doing, some people might say she was trying to avoid perjury by not answering any question. So it was all deflection and also j'accuse. I know where I am, but what are you? A lot of Pee Wee Herman in there.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I've just seen more dignity in like housewives reunions. Like, when you see the clips of this, you're just watching and you're like, what is going on? And I would like to know what it costs, because I would remind folks at home, the U.S. government, the federal government is shut down right now. Members of Congress are still receiving their $147,000 salaries. They're still putting on performances, but right now, federal workers are not getting paid. They may not get back pay. The FAA is understaffed. Any of us who rely on flights to get around safely, that's very concerning. WIC benefits, women, infant, and children, which my family at one point relied on, are currently paused. The White House is saying they might have a stopgap.
Why did anybody vote for him? I still don't get it.
The National Guard is patrolling American streets, but they're not getting paid to do it. Like, this is what our government should be focusing on. Get the doors open, do what you have to, negotiate a solution. Don't do show hearings that accomplish absolutely nothing for the public.
And also, I'll just say it again. Pam Bondi does not work for one person.
Right.
She works for the
people of the United States of America.
Oh, also farmers. Farmers are being crushed right now.
Yes.
But he'll fire her if she works for the American people. Trump will fire her if she does not.
She was his
bow down
personal
to the
attorney.
emperor.
Listen,
She
I
remains his
understand all that.
personal
I get what's
She doesn't
happening.
wanna get fired.
My big fetch in the world is there's a ballroom being built. Now, I'm very mad about it.
It is corporate sponsors.
That's
but
what they
that's weird in
say,
its
but
own way.
listen, and I'm a natural blonde. We'll be right back.